What's good, homies? Happy Lionsgate. We're live from sunny South Central Los Angeles, California. I am Mark, and I am awareness in the service of love. You know, I was always waiting for the universe to save me. Someone, something. If this thing happened, when this thing happened, when this outside thing that I didn't even know what it was, when that happened, then I could be happy. Then I could really start living my life. If only this one event that I had no clue about what it was, if only this would happen, then I could allow myself to be free, to really start living the fullest expression of what it meant to be me. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. For what? I don't know. Maybe it would be the perfect relationship that would drop into my lap. Maybe it would be winning the lottery. Maybe it would be the coolest job that someone was just going to hand me because, I've been waiting for it for my whole life, and, I kind of deserve it. I was waiting for something, someone, some experience to save me. And then I realized that that thing I was waiting for was never going to happen. Repeat, never going to happen. That event that was going to free myself from my shitty life, I had to create for myself. It was never just going to just happen to me. I needed to save myself. I needed to create the life I had always dreamed of. I needed to change. I needed to become the hero of my own story. I was going to start living my life immediately, right now. But how? That was the question. How was I going to do this? And the answer I came across was what lots of people discuss in A Journey Inward, was that I was going to figure myself out. I was going to figure out my own dysfunctions. I was going to shine the light of truth inward. I learned that my outside reality was really a reflection of my inside state of being. Whoa. That was a huge moment in my life, or maybe many huge moments. I realized that I needed to take ownership over my own quality of consciousness. I needed to own the quality of my life and what I was doing with it. I needed to accept that where I was in my life was because of all of the fear-based decisions that I had ever made. My life was an accumulation of every fear-based choice. How did I know they were fear-based? It's because fear is the opposite of love. I had not made a choice based in love because I didn't love myself. I didn't know what that meant. Maybe I thought I knew, but I really had no clue. I was shamed to my core. I embodied my toxic shame, and my outward reality was just a reflection of who I was inside. Law of attraction is real. It's a reflection of who we are on the inside. It's a reflection of how we feel. And this is key. Feel. It's not a reflection of how we think, because most of us operate from our subconscious. They say between 80 and 90% of our lives are lived at the subconscious level. And the way to stop living at our subconscious level is to get rid of our fears. Our feelings define our humanity. So it started with me becoming emotionally honest with myself for the first time in my life. Most of my life, I was so emotionally dishonest with myself. I was so anything but honest with myself. And these came out in dysfunctions. These came out in me being passive aggressive. These came out in me being judgmental. All of these things that were these things that I least liked about myself was because I was not being emotionally honest with who I was. It started with me feeling my pain. That's how I became emotionally honest with myself. I had to feel my pain, all of my pain, all of the pain and shame that I had denied existed since I was a child, since I was pre-verbal even. My ego had protected me as a child and now was still protecting me, even though I didn't need it. My ego protections, my ego defenses have become my dysfunctions. It's possible to heal. Recovery is a real thing. I'm not there yet, but I'm on the road. And like I keep saying, I'm going all the way on this one, suckers. How is healing possible? How is recovery a real thing? How do you do this? How do you become emotionally honest with yourself? Meditation. Meditation is the first step. Meditation will allow you to be the observer of your thoughts. Instead of reacting unconsciously to everything that the world throws at you, it allows you to have some space in between where you can see what comes in, you can see the dysfunction, and make new agreements that this is not you. I am not my dysfunctions. Journaling is the other key. Start with writing down your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, all of them. Write your deepest, darkest secrets that you don't even like to admit exist. Everything. Write it down in a journal. Start with that. Then look at what you were reading. Look at what you were writing down. Read it. See what it has to say about yourself. And guess what? This is not you. That's your programming. That's the things that you're trying to transcend. These are the worst parts about yourself that you're trying to overcome. When should you do this? Do it when you wake up. First thing after I wake up, I meditate and journal. Before, first thing I would do was play with my phone or play on the internet. I used to call it the dumbest part of my day because really it's just mindless internet searching and whatever, man. It's so ridiculous. The other thing that I find really helpful is find someone that won't judge you or shame you and talk to them about your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions. Talk to them about what you were writing down in your journal. It's good as humans to have these loving connections. We're social animals. So find someone who won't judge or shame you for being you. Talk to them. Have them listen without even commenting and just be there to support you. If you can't find anyone, message me. I charge money because that's my business, but I won't judge you or shame you. I know what it means to be a good listener. I know what it means to have your heart closed and need somebody to listen to. I know because I am you. And if you find this message, congratulations. You are on the road to recovery. You totally rock. Totally, totally rock. And I mean that from my heart. So I'm sending love. Thank you for letting me share. And thank you for letting me be of service.